everyone, I'm Jody. Welcome to my channel and welcome to... The dog just took off running. She was sitting in here until she heard my voice start talking and she's like, nope, I'm out. I know what this looks like. I am just gonna apply a little bit of lip gloss because I don't have any makeup on with the exception of some mascara and my lips needed something because today we're gonna put to the test the Plexiderm. If you've been on TV at all, you have seen this commercial for Plexiderm. It's the one where they put this little cream on under the eye and then they fast forward through 10 minutes and it is supposed to just erase. In fact, it says it visibly reduces under eye bags and wrinkles. It's their rapid reduction serum. And I was intrigued, so I thought, let's just try it. I've got plenty of stuff I can chit chat with you guys. If you've tried this, let me know in the comments if it works for you. I can see where it might work, like within 10 minutes. And we're gonna time it. I'm gonna share some stuff with you guys. And then I wanna see like what happens after 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, if it looks good for 10 minutes, but there's really rarely an occasion where I need to look good for 10 minutes. I need to look good for like 4 hours. Usually, and then I can reapply it for the next 4 hours. But I want to know how it goes on and how it progresses throughout the day. So we're going to see that. I'm not going to apply makeup today. So yeah, I'll be sticking around the house. But like, why? Why would I not go out to the grocery store with no makeup on, but yet I'm going to go on to the internet with thousands of people to see? It makes no sense. But that's okay. That's what we're here for today. So let's just get into it. I'm not even going to roll an intro. We're just gonna see what it says. In terms of the application, it says wash and dry application area, which I've already done. Slowly press down on the pump to dispense a small amount of serum onto fingertips, half the size of a pea, okay? Gently apply a thin, even layer to target areas, being careful to avoid contact with eyes. For optimal results, allow serum to set and dry for at least 10 minutes. All right, I was so intrigued by this because I saw it on, it wasn't even infomercials, it was just like regular commercials. And I thought, if that works just the way it says, that is fantastic. Half the size of a pea, lots of pumping, lots of pumping. There we go. I'm gonna adjust the lighting down because when there's a lot of bright light, it helps lighten up the shadow parts, which makes the illusion that there's not as many wrinkles. So that's why we all use ring lights. So let me turn that down so that you can really see the wrinkles, and because they're there. Trust and believe they are there. You can really see them right through here. So I'm just gonna apply a thin amount and dab and rub just like it says. Okay, so here is our before. And let's see, I mean, I would love for this to work and I'd love to see how long it's gonna work. And I'd really like to see if you can apply something over it, but that's another day. Let's just see if it works first. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna start our timer and we will see what happens in 10 minutes and if these magically go away. It feels kind of cool, but not like a menthol cool. Now let's see what is in the Plexiderm. It is purified water, propylene glycol, sodium silicate, magnesium aluminum silicate, hydrolyzed rice protein, soluble collagen, and titanium dioxide, and then there's 2 ingredients that are covered by the label. As weird as this sounds, it definitely looks, my wrinkles look more blurred out under my eyes. And we're at 1 minute and 18 seconds. That's crazy. Well, let's just see what happens. I mean, if they look this good after 1.5 minutes, maybe in 10 minutes we'll look 10 years younger. All right, so there we go. We are going to see how this works in real time. I don't feel, yeah, it doesn't feel like there's anything on my under eye area at all. It doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel like there's a cooling sensation to it. It doesn't feel warm. It doesn't feel really anything. And I would love for this to work. So while we're gonna let that do its thing, I'm gonna share with you a product that I have used and that I do like, and that is the Tibazi Persian Tea Oil. This is a natural oil that contains pomegranate oil, Persian rice seed oil, vitamin E. It's cruelty-free, it's paraben-free. I'm gonna put it on both hands because they both need it, but you can see immediately the difference between the two. Tibazi is a Persian luxury line, and this facial oil has just the softest scent to it. Very, very light. I mean, you can see how clean that is. And the thing I love about it the most You guys know, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I like to put a facial oil on, allow it to really penetrate into my skin, and then put on my foundation. And sometimes you can find facial oils that are just a little bit too thick, and they sit on your skin. I think the reason I love this one so much is because it's a thin enough consistency that it absorbs quickly into the skin, and it doesn't interfere, even though it's a facial oil, it doesn't interfere with my water-based foundations. So, you know, we're always trying to make sure that our foundation and our concealer are the same base product, whether that's oil or water. This oil is so light and absorbs so nice into the skin that when I apply a foundation on top of it, it doesn't separate. It just really makes that foundation look very hydrated, nourished to my skin. I just have enjoyed the heck out of it. The Persian tea oil is the first product from this T-Bazi brand. And I have to tell you guys a story of how I came across this brand. If there's an opportunity for me to use this platform to help promote small businesses that are doing all the right things and creating good quality products, then I love being able to use my platform for that. This is how I found this product. I was on the set of New Day Northwest getting ready to do a segment. I'd set up all the beauty display, and there was another segment taping. And when that segment was over, Nina Hagen came out, and she's the founder of T-Bazi. She was so bubbly. She's also a radio personality here in the Seattle area. She was so bubbly and just energetic and enthusiastic. And sometimes in situations where people don't know one another, you know, people are a little quiet and they stay to themselves. She didn't. She was just really interested in what products I was going to be talking about that day, and told me all about her product. And you could see that her enthusiasm and her passion for creating a facial oil that was true to her Persian roots, but that would benefit all skin types, was so evident. And so I listened to her story, and it didn't feel like a sales pitch at all. It was, hey, if you want to try this, I'd love to get your thoughts of it. What do you think about it? There wasn't a pitch for me to talk about it on my channel. She wasn't asking for me to post it on Instagram or talk about it on the show. She was just really authentically, genuinely passionate about what she had created. And I thought, good for you at your young age. I don't know how old she is, but she's definitely younger than me. And she didn't hesitate to approach me and say, this is what I've been doing. I love it. And I'd love to know what you think. So I said, yeah, I will absolutely try it. And I will give you my thoughts on it. And so I've tried it, and I really, really like it, especially underneath foundation when you have more dehydrated or more mature skin. If you have oily skin, you can still use an oil product. In fact, Nina uses it on her eyebrows and her eyelashes. I use it on my face and on my hands and on my cuticles. And I've noticed a big difference on my hands. That was when I said, love it. I will absolutely talk about it. I'll put a link down below to her website if you guys want to know more about the product or more about Nina, but pretty impressive. And I was really excited to talk about her product whenever I can. So here we are at 6 minutes, and let's see what we're thinking so far. I didn't think this was gonna work. I thought it was a gimmick. This is not a sponsored product, and I'm not using filters, and I've dimmed the light a little bit just so that you can really see the wrinkles. But I do have wrinkles, and I wanna make sure you guys can see them, especially to demonstrate if this product is working or not. And I feel like it's working. I definitely feel like it's working. What I'm curious to see, I mean, I don't think it's working like on the commercial. I don't think we went from wrinkly skin to 20-year-old skin. And the commercial, I mean, you guys have seen it. You've seen it. It kind of leads you to think that it just does this a magic eraser. I don't think I'm getting that result, but I do feel like it looks less wrinkly. The whole area looks less wrinkly though. It almost looks like it added a softness or a blurred effect to the area where I applied it. So for that reason, I love it. I'm curious to see, again, like I said, how it goes in a couple more hours. So we're gonna wear this throughout the day. I'm not gonna put makeup on it because, I mean, concealer and powder and all the other stuff also helps to blur that area. So we're just gonna leave it and see how it works on its own. Again, 10 minutes is awesome, but what's gonna happen in, 2 hours? That's really, is it gonna peel? Is it gonna be flaky? I wanna know, and I know you guys wanna know. So, I mean, I'd give it a solid 30% better than it looked before. We are at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Did we get the same result that the commercial shows? No, but I do see a little bit of improvement. Like I said, probably Yeah, I would say 30, 40%. Enough of an improvement that I would wear this again if it continues to look like this in the next couple hours. So let's fast forward and see just what the results are and if there's any peeling, flaking, you know, what happens. All right, you guys, here we are back at 2.5 hours, and I think our experiment has gone on just quite long enough. Here's where we are. The wrinkles definitely looked in the beginning, the first, 10 minutes, maybe up even to the first hour, definitely looked more smooth underneath the eye area. It just, the whole area looked more smooth or more blurred, if that makes sense. And here's what I noticed as time went on. You know when you were a kid and you would take Elmer's glue and you'd apply a thin layer of it to your skin? Maybe I was the only one that did that, but if you ever did that, before you peeled it off, you know how it just made your skin look softer, but it was like there was a thin layer of, glue over everything. That's how this area looks now. It just looks very, like there's a thin layer of a glue so that it all moves together. If you move it here, all of it moves. I hope that's making sense. I'm not sure if it's gonna pick up in the camera or not. But that's how it looks. It does feel like it's starting to not bunch up, but almost feather off, like it's flaking off, but in the smallest flaky areas. So I think if you were to use this for a couple hours, I think by hour 2 or 3, your under eye area, if you wear concealer or foundation or anything under here, it might start to wear a little patchy. But if you didn't and you just wanted this area to look more flawless for an hour, hour and a half with no makeup on, then I would say that it definitely did that. So does it work as good as they show on the commercial? That was not my experience. Does it still work to some degree? I would say yes. My wrinkles looked 30 to 40% better in this under eye area for the first hour, hour and a half that I used the product. Would I apply makeup on top of it? No. If somewhere in that explanation there's an opportunity that this would work great for you, then I would say it would work great for you. For me, I would probably use this if I'm gonna not have makeup on that day and I'm just gonna have friends are coming over for a couple hours, or if you're gonna be out by the pool for a couple hours without makeup on. I might have big sunglasses on if that was the case. For me, it's if you really want it, get it. Otherwise, I think it's a pass. That does it for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.